Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 2 of House Flipper. Today we're going to be showing you how to use your camera and make custom pictures, do a couple jobs, and unlock some more perks. So to start with, we will be showing you how to work your camera and make these awesome custom prints. I've already made a few. Just to put up and show you guys kind of like the quality of it. Those are little logos that, as you can see, are from my page. I just wanted to test out different sizes and how it works so I can figure it out and teach you guys appropriately. So first you open up your tablet and go to your camera. And there's two icons. You want to pick the bottom one and then add photos from your hard drive, or you can do it from your camera if you take a picture. So I just picked the last photo that I hadn't used yet, and so it automatically auto-fits it to the 0.25 meters. Obviously that don't look right, so if you just unclick auto-fit, you can move it around to whatever height and width you would like. So I just kind of experimented and tested it out, and it actually worked perfectly the first time around. Look how nice that looks. You would never know it wasn't from the game. So yeah, that is how you make custom prints. So now we're gonna do some jobs. Let's see what we got today. Baby on the way. You know, I'll go ahead and say it. It baffles me how bad these houses can be sometimes. We have to paint and we have to do this because our baby's on the way. But then when you go in the house, you're like, what happened? How? Like, how is it this dirty and you have a child coming? Like, I guess there's a reason you guys needed to hire me. So gonna do it how I usually do, where we start with one room, pick up the trash, and then clean it so we get it out of the way and don't have to worry about coming back to it. Especially little areas like the corridors. I don't like having to come back and clean them at the end, so I get it done early. And I always open up all of the doors to the rooms, and when I finish the room, I'll come out and close the door. That way I know that I don't have to go back in there without having to check my tasks on my tablet. So picking up more trash. We have to clean the dirt and paint with pastel pink and place some baby objects. So this should be fun. And throughout this video, whenever I'm doing my painting stuff, I will be fast forwarding it a little bit just so I'm not torturing you guys through minutes upon minutes of painting the same thing over and over. But yeah, cleaning all these little spots. The windowsill gets me every time. I always forget to clean the windowsill. And I'm like, where's this dirt at? It's right in front of my face, quite literally. How do your windows get this dirty? So, once I find this last spot, we are going to do some painting, and I'll show you the first few panels, and then I'll fast forward it a little bit so you guys don't have to sit through the brutality of it. Alright, so pastel pink, which I find a horrible color to paint a room, but you know, I'm just here to make the bank, so. Alright, well that's what it looks like, and I'll go ahead and fast forward through this so you guys don't have to sit here through it for minutes. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, so I do want to mention that I'm not sure if... So where I'm painting right now, these two panels on the inside of the windows, I've noticed that sometimes only painting the visible panel will count towards the paint percentage in your tasks, and sometimes the entire inside of the window doesn't count at all towards the percentage. So not really sure what to tell you guys on that one, but I always paint or, you know, tile or panel the inside of the windows regardless on if it counts or not. Just because I think it looks better, but if I'm in a rush, I won't do it if it's not, you know, counting towards the task percentage. But it's completely up to you if you want to take the time to do it, or if you don't, then it's whatever, as long as you get that 100%. So, finally finished painting with that pastel pink. So now it's time to put down some of these objects that we have to put down for the requirements. If I can get it to place in the correct spot. I'm very picky about where I put my furniture. Like, I don't like it to be... I like everything to flow and look like it was put there on purpose and not just thrown in the room to get the requirement done. So I always make sure like bookcases and stuff are up flush against the wall, and or anything that's in a corner is perfectly in the corner and not just, you know, 4 feet from the wall because that's just where it landed. I'm very picky about that kind of stuff, so you'll notice in past couple videos and in future videos that I do that a lot. I take a lot of time on placing my objects in the rooms. And last couple things, we're going to do violet. I thought maybe the lily would look good, or the red, but violet, it's dark pink, so it kind of matches the theme, so I picked that one. Alright, children's room is done. Just gotta clean, because y'all's messy. Don't mind me, just gonna jump on your bed. And I'm gonna make your bed because I'm considerate. Really, I don't want it to look like a mess when we do the before and after pictures. I've noticed when cleaning windows that it's a lot easier to clean them when it's nighttime in the game. I currently have my settings set to game time. So when it's night, because there's no light shining through, you don't have stuff in the background, the windows are just blacked out basically, you can see every inch of dirt very well, and it helps a lot when it comes to cleaning it. This bathroom really threw me off with the cleaning in here, because there's those streaks coming down in the sink, and they were in the tub, and you know, right here I missed cleaning that stain in this sink, and it took me a minute to figure out why I wasn't getting 100% because it doesn't show on the map. For some reason I just did not see it. Alright, clean this window. I think the rest of the rooms are literally just cleaning. I don't think we have to do anything else to them, but I could stand corrected. Such a mess. for that good mop, y'all. Listen, it'll change your life. Look at this. Boop, done. That little straw mop was getting us nowhere. And look at this squeegee. Such a nice squeegee. This is what I was explaining in the episode 1, where when you upgrade the range on your mop, you get a better squeegee. And it helps a lot, trust me. And the 3rd upgrade is the best. It's awesome. You literally can just run across the room. It's like instant cleaned. And the squeegee, you just literally squiggle around and it cleans the whole thing perfectly. It's so nice. It's the little things that you value in this game that you realize, like, man, this would have sucked if I couldn't upgrade these certain tools, or like the speed of how much, installing all those radiators, and it took forever. Speed is so important. And there actually is an achievement that you can get for completing a job in under a minute, which there's a good one that I'll talk about in a later video, where you literally just have to go clean the garage. And if you do it fast enough and under that minute, you get the achievement. It's really nice. So having those upgrade cleaning speeds, it's where you want to be. Alright. So let's do another job. Got one more for today. We're gonna do additional walls. Yes, please. Don't be sharing your room with the kids. Unless you literally can't afford another home, then that's fine, but everybody should have their own bedroom. So this one really throws me off. They like to trick you. So I got some outlets to repair in 2 rooms. So we'll go ahead and knock that out. Remember, brown, blue, and then green. And get all those suckers at once. Pretty easy. And it wasn't hidden behind something, so we could just do it real quick instead of moving around furniture. I always check basements. A lot of the jobs will have broken fuse boxes that you have to fix. So I always check the basement, even if I know there's like not a task down there itself. Because I don't think the fuse box shows up in the tasks list. Alright, so we're gonna get the smack down on some walls. So what I do is I always start by smacking the middle of the walls all the way through, so that I know, specifically which parts I need to destroy, because sometimes it's a little unclear when you're looking at it, like which ones you need to hit, which ones you don't. So I always watch the mini-map when I'm doing this, because you can see when I hit a wall, the red block disappears, indicating that I've taken down that segment of wall. So I watch that to make sure that I don't take down any extra that I need to. And then I always go through the top, and I try to get in equal parts, or right in the middle, so that when one breaks, a bunch of them break, and you're not having to go through and hit every single one individually again. See, like the whole chunk just fell down. And then I do kind of the same thing on the bottom. Just go in the middle, smack them, and then get the extra little bits that didn't come off on the ends. And we're done. So we're gonna upgrade our perks. You definitely want the speed on the demolition and building, because it takes forever if you don't. So this is where I get thrown off when I'm building these walls. I thought, hey, that red line is there to indicate where I need to place the wall. that would be incorrect. And I noticed it before I placed it fully that that's actually not where they wanted it. It was one above. So be sure to look at that map. I only noticed because of the map that I was about to place in the wrong part. And there is a perk later on that you can unlock when you've built enough walls to increase the amount of walls you can build at one time. I think the first upgrade is to 3 walls at a time. Correct me if I'm wrong, post it in the comments. I'm sure I'll notice it before I can post this up here, but well, let's see. Yeah, 3 walls at once and then 5. So that helps a lot too if you have long parts like this to fill in. Alright, walls built. Then we just gotta get rid of the crib and move some stuff around and buy a bed, which I apparently struggled to place this bed. I really wanted it to go against that wall, but it looked really weird with how the radiator's positioned, and I did not feel like trying to mess with it. So I just stuck it on the other wall. See, because it would have to come all the way out, and I just didn't feel like, practically, if I were a kid, or even now, I would not want my bed to be in a weird position like that. And I think it's funny, in a lot of jobs where you have to demolish and build walls, they only require you to demolish or build them, but not to paint them, which does not make any sense to me, but hey, I just work here, so. Of course, that outlet was hidden behind a big wardrobe. Really hate when they do that. Remember brown, blue, green. And screw them all at once. So much easier than trying to do those individually. And for picture purposes, we'll put the dresser back. Before I didn't really care, but since the HGTV DLC, where they've made everything have a before and after photo shoot, I've been putting things back just because I like the pictures to look nice. Well, as nice as possible. Alright. Got a new perk. Go unlock that. Get that 50% off. Alright, well that concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys. So we'll see you next time on episode 3.